No, I love Mr. Tyler Perry. Stop. We working again on something for sure. I can't really speak on it.
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness.
I was the only one in my body that was going through this transition. You just feel alone. You just feel just lonely with your thoughts.
To get a call from Tyler Perry one morning, like my sister Megan Good told him that I'm a great actor and you should hire Corey Hardrick. So he called me, he was like, Corey, it's Tyler Perry.
Tia Mowry has drawn a bold line in the sand. She wants nothing to do with Tyler Perry, and that left fans completely stunned.
It's not easy. It's a hard journey. But at the end of the day, I feel like it is so, so worth it.
Behind all the Hollywood smiles and polite interviews, whispers of creative battles, ego clashes, and heavy tension paint a very different picture, one that no one dares to speak about openly. So what really went down? Let's dive deep.
I can't keep that all to myself.
When Tia shocked the world with her divorce from Corey Hardrick, she added fuel to the fire by calling herself a single mother. That one phrase shook social media to its core. Supporters praised her bravery, saying she was standing tall, while critics instantly called her out, questioning why she'd use those words when her ex is still involved in their kids' lives. But here's the twist. Corey Hardrick has a connection that Tia refuses to touch. He's locked in with Tyler Perry.
At the end of the day, it's about self-love. And when you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and then all of a sudden there's this awakening.
And in Perry's world, loyalty is everything. Once you're in his circle, your family, and he rewards that by putting you front and center in project after project. Corey has quietly secured that spot. He's worked on Perry's films, showed up at his star-studded events, and insiders spill that Perry even went to bat for Corey when his career hit rough patches. That bond between them, it's unshakable. And it might be the very reason Tia is keeping her distance from Perry's empire. That kind of loyalty doesn't just fade into the background, it screams for attention. Corey Hardrick is back in the spotlight, and this time, the headlines are wild. After his messy split from Tia Mowry, it looks like Corey is slipping deeper into Hollywood's shadows. Fans are now whispering the ultimate question: is Corey trading his pride for Tyler Perry's protection? And could his broken heart really be driving these risky career moves?
That's a dream. That's a dream come true for Mr. Perry to say he's a fan.
And go ahead, George.
I was going to say, working with him, did it live up to the dream?
Wow, yes, it lived up to the dream.
Recently, Corey went all in for Tyler Perry's latest release, Divorce in the Black, a film that critics shredded to pieces and that somehow scored a jaw-dropping 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Instead of dodging the backlash like most actors would, Corey, who starred in the movie alongside Megan Good, stood firm and doubled down on his loyalty. TMZ cameras caught him outside, and Corey couldn't stop hyping the movie up. He proudly declared it the #1 movie in the world, even while critics were roasting it online. He made sure to praise Perry, saying Tyler always looks out for his actors, and he flat out ignored the brutal reviews. When reporters pressed him on the 0% rating, Corey casually brushed it off, insisting, "I don't know nothing about it. The people love the movie."
But it's also gotten a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Where do you think the criticism is coming from?
I don't know nothing about it. I didn't see that. I mean, the people love the movie.
According to Corey, all that matters is the audience vibe. We do it for the people. That's who I do it for. If the culture's rocking with it, it's all love, he said, making it clear that as long as folks from places like Southside Chicago and Louisiana are showing up, he's satisfied. He even repeated it again, it's all love.
As long as the people see it, my neighborhood see it, Southside Chicago, LA see, everybody see it, then I'm happy, so it's all love.
But not everyone was feeling that same energy. One of the sharpest critiques came from comedian and talk show host Lonnie Love, and she didn't sugarcoat a thing. In her viral post, she gave Tyler credit for always opening doors for black actors, but she also called him out with fire, writing, "I love that Tyler is paying black actors, but I wish he would hire black writers and directors with real experience to help him. He could actually improve his movies and make them award-worthy if he stopped trying to save money by writing and directing everything himself." That bold take hit hard, and fans couldn't stop talking about it. And let's keep it real, Lonnie Love wasn't the first to drag Tyler Perry's style. Back in 2020, comedian Lil Rel Howery let his frustration spill in a Deadline interview. He made it clear that while he respects Perry's hustle, he couldn't just ignore the flaws. "You can't write a show called Sisters and you're not even a sister," Lil Rel said flat out. No hesitation. He didn't stop there. He called Perry out for shutting out other voices. "You don't want suggestions or nothing. We gotta do better, man. If you're really about that, then give people jobs. Bro, you can't base everything on one writer's room, especially when that room is just you." His words cut deep, because Perry himself once bragged about not hiring writers, claiming nobody else could connect to his audience the way he could. But critics like Lil Rel clapped back saying, if that's true, then Perry just wasn't bringing in the right writers. The backlash has been loud for years. So here's the real head scratcher. Why is Corey Hardrick still standing by Perry like his life depends on it? Is it unshakable loyalty, or is it desperation fueled by heartbreak and career struggles? Whispers in Hollywood suggest Corey's ride-or-die defense of Perry has less to do with creativity and more to do with survival. After his painful split from Tia Mowry, insiders claim Corey is clinging to Perry's empire as a lifeline. His words of support sound loyal on the surface, but underneath, there's a hint of fear, like a man trying not to lose his last chance at staying relevant. That's why his endless praise of Perry is raising eyebrows.
You know, this is a big day for us, presenting today my new movie, Divorcing the Black. Yes, produced, directed, written by the amazing Tyler Perry.
Hollywood hasn't been shy about blasting Perry's one-man writer's room approach, but Corey won't budge. And that makes people wonder, is his need to stay in the game pulling him deeper into Perry's shadowy circle? Meanwhile, Tia Mowry is walking a completely different road. Since the split, she's been open about choosing healing, growth, and peace. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Tia's chasing the light, while Corey might be drifting into something way darker.
It's just an aha moment in me where I said, you know what? You need to tap in, see what's really going on with your happiness. Life is short. Let's go. Let's start working on you.
Their breakup after 14 years of marriage shook fans to the core back in October 2022, when Tia dropped the bombshell herself on Instagram, and the fallout hasn't stopped since. Tia broke the news with a black and white photo of the couple, paired with a heartfelt caption that shook fans to their core. She admitted the decision was anything but easy, but promised they'd remain friends while co-parenting their children, Cree and Cairo. By April 2023, the divorce was finalized. No spousal support, no messy courtroom battles, just joint custody and a pledge to raise their kids together. Since then, Tia has been glowing with self-care energy. She's thrown herself into therapy, meditation, and daily affirmations while constantly posting about joy, gratitude, and putting her kids first. Fans rallied around her, calling her honest, strong, and inspiring. It was like watching a woman rise from the ashes.
Really focusing on what really, really matters here, which is, at the end of the day, your peace, your joy.
Corey, on the other hand, went in a completely different direction. He kept things quieter, only posting once to say he still loves his wife, hinting at just how painful the separation really was for him. But his career moves spoke louder than words. His sudden closeness with Tyler Perry has many seeing it as a man clinging desperately to stability, even if that means standing firmly in Perry's shadow. And yet, through the heartbreak, they still showed unity. Over the holidays, Corey and Tia reunited for a cozy family Christmas, posting warm pictures with their kids on Instagram. The smiles were real, but fans couldn't help but wonder what was happening behind the scenes, because no Hollywood breakup ever comes without whispers. That's when the rumor mill went into overdrive. Speculation started swirling about Corey's sexuality, with people whispering that maybe he was interested in men. Corey never responded to the talk. But then Tia dropped a cryptic comment in an interview that sent the internet buzzing. "Everybody deserves to live their authentic life," she said, "and I encourage people to do that no matter what anybody else is saying on the outside. Tap into yourself, tap into what makes you happy, and go for it." Fans instantly connected the dots. Was she hinting at something deeper about Corey? The timing, the wording, it had everyone talking, and the rumors only grew louder. Tia later admitted she knew the exact moment she decided to walk away from her 14-year marriage, and her words left fans speechless. Speaking on the Today Show, the Sister Allen revealed, I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. As women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness. Our kids, our friends, our family. But at the end of the day, it's about self-love. She explained that therapy combined with the grief of losing loved ones gave her a powerful wake-up call. It was all of that together that gave me that aha moment, she said. And though she closed the door on Corey, Tia refuses to call their marriage a failure. In fact, she described it as a success. I look at it like a curriculum. You are learning, you're growing, you're evolving. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. So that it's not about staying in something just because of the years. It's about asking, are you happy? Because life is short. But when you compare that clarity to Corey Hardrick's path, things start to look a whole lot messier. Did his rumored inner conflicts and the unspoken pressures of Hollywood push him into choices he once swore he'd never make? His loud, almost defensive support of Tyler Perry only fuels the speculation.
I would look at him working, and I wanted to make him proud for hiring me and give me this, tremendous opportunity.
Even comedian Cat Williams has tossed gasoline on the fire. In a recent interview, Cat hinted that Corey's sudden resurgence in Perry's films was far from random. According to him, Corey might have finally played the game to secure those roles, a claim that lines up uncomfortably well with Corey's own past comments and his present-day moves. That theory had fans buzzing, wondering if his loyalty is less about love for Perry and more about survival in an industry that demands sacrifice. To truly understand how deep this runs, you got to rewind back to the beginning of Corey and Tia's Hollywood love story. Their romance started like a fairy tale. Corey began dating Tia, already beloved from Sister. After 6 years together, he popped the question on Christmas Day 2006 in a picture-perfect proposal that could have been ripped from a movie script. On April 20th, 2008, the two tied the knot in a dreamy Santa Barbara ceremony, sealing what many fans called one of Hollywood's sweetest, most wholesome love stories. By 2011, Tia's first pregnancy was even spotlighted on her reality show, Tia and Tamara, giving fans an intimate peek into a family that looked unshakable at the time. That same year, their son, Cree Taylor Hardrick, was born on June 28th, and 7 years later, on May 5th, 2018, the couple welcomed their daughter, Cairo Tiana Hardrick. On the surface, it looked like the perfect family. Red carpets, smiles, and picture-perfect holidays. But behind the flawless image, cracks were already forming. On October 4th, 2022, Tia shattered the illusion with one shocking announcement. She and Corey were separating after 14 years of marriage. She cited irreconcilable differences, and fans were devastated. Social media exploded with heartbreak because for so long, this union was seen as one of Hollywood's rare, forever love stories.
My marriage was a success. I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children.
By April 2023, the divorce was finalized, closing the book on what many thought would never end. And that's when Corey's path took a darker turn. Insiders whisper that the emotional weight of the split left him vulnerable, pushing him toward questionable choices. And at the center of it all, Tyler Perry. Now, there's no denying Perry's power. He's one of the most prolific names in Hollywood, credited with opening doors for black actors and dominating TV and film. But his reputation comes with shadows. Alongside the praise, there are whispers about controlling behavior on set and persistent rumors about questionable conduct behind closed doors. Perry runs his empire with an iron grip, and not everyone sees that as a good thing. So when Corey suddenly began defending Perry with almost too much passion, fans started asking the obvious: was this genuine loyalty or desperation? Fresh off a painful divorce, is Corey overlooking Perry's darker reputation just to secure a place in Hollywood's inner circle? Or worse, has he already been pulled into the same cycle of exploitation that others have quietly hinted at for years? Because here's the truth. Tyler Perry's success story has long been shadowed by allegations of mistreatment. One actor who dared to speak out was Christian Keys, the man behind the hit show All the Queen's Men. In a raw Instagram live session, he spoke for nearly an hour about being taken advantage of in Hollywood. He didn't drop a direct name, but the hints were clear, and plenty of viewers connected the dots. Keys revealed that he's been battling trauma for years, claiming the industry is riddled with exploitation. His bold words sent shockwaves through Hollywood because everyone knew exactly who he was pointing toward. During that explosive live stream, Christian Keys revealed that people in power had crossed serious lines with him, and it shook fans to the core. He described a man who bragged about hiring young black men, behavior that instantly raised red flags and left him deeply uncomfortable. Keys admitted he was devastated knowing the world celebrated someone who had allegedly mistreated him behind closed doors.
At the same time, this person was harassing me for years. He was claiming, that he had multiple young black men on the payroll.
A man he once admired as a mentor. Christian confessed he was taken advantage of by a powerful figure in the industry, someone he had trusted like family. He didn't name names, but fans didn't need them. They connected the dots immediately. Tyler Perry never addressed the claims directly. Instead, he focused only on denying rumors about his sexuality, sidestepping the heart of the allegations. That silence made the whole situation even more suspicious. Then, on December 16th, Christian dropped a video that sent Hollywood into meltdown. Again, he didn't say the name, but he didn't have to. His words were crystal clear. He revealed he had been harassed for years by a major player in entertainment, a man he once respected, a mentor turned nightmare. Fans instantly linked his story back to Perry, especially since Christian had once praised him as a guiding force in his career.
This person was sexually harassing me for years.
But then came the bombshell. Christian claimed his lawyer had all the evidence, the proof, the names, the full breakdown of everything that happened, and he made it clear that if anything happened to him, that information would be released. His chilling words were, "Several family members and my attorney have the proof. If anything happens to me, that information will come out." The internet went into a frenzy. Fans stormed Perry's social media, demanding answers while accusations spread like wildfire. Perry, normally silent when rumors swirl, suddenly broke character with an unprompted response. He pushed back hard, insisting that the speculation about his personal life was a big lie. But here's the thing, Christian's accusations weren't about sexuality. They were about abuse of power. The way the conversation shifted only raised more questions. Many people began calling Tyler Perry a hypocrite, pointing out how his image as a religious man didn't match the stories swirling online.
Rumor that have been going on about my relationship status, let me make it clear to you all. I'm not gay. For those of you spreading rumor Jala Kelly because you find out I'm gay, that's a big lie.
Even the Boondocks, a show famous for exposing cultural contradictions, once took direct shots at him, mocking his moral stance and hinting at the very hypocrisy critics say is now being exposed. Since its debut in 2005, the Boondocks built a reputation for stirring up controversy. But in 2010, it went for the jugular, taking direct aim at Tyler Perry. In one episode, Granddad lands a role in a stage play written by Winston Jerome, a flamboyant playwright who was clearly modeled after Perry's famous Medea persona. The shocking twist? Jerome is portrayed as a closeted man who hides behind religion to cover up his true identity. When that episode aired, the fallout was immediate. Reports swirled that Perry was furious, so furious that he allegedly fired his entire staff to stop leaks, and even tried to sue Boondocks creator Aaron Magruder. Perry, of course, denied it all, telling the press, "There is absolutely no truth to the rumor that I'm suing the Boondocks. Those are lies. I haven't fired anybody because of that show either. I don't know where all that came from." Just like the LeBron situation, sometimes the best response is no response. But insiders whispered a very different story. According to the Los Angeles Times, Perry allegedly went straight to Turner Broadcasting, furious and demanding action. Sources claimed he complained directly about the episode and even threatened to pull his working relationship with the company. And let's not forget, at the time, Perry had multiple shows running on TBS, which just so happened to be under the same corporate umbrella as Adult Swim, the network airing The Boondocks. Not long after the episode premiered, it mysteriously vanished from reruns. There was never an official ban announced, but the timing was way too suspicious to ignore. Fans were left wondering if Perry's behind-the-scenes pressure had effectively buried the episode. Carl Jones, writer, producer, and voice actor on the Boondocks, later spilled the tea on why the Winston Jerome character was created and why it hit Perry so hard. Jones even shared a story about almost meeting Perry in Atlanta. Actor Michael Jai White, who worked with both Perry and Jones, initially set up the introduction and invited him to Perry's set. But just minutes later, White called back with a warning. On second thought, no, don't come by. I forgot about that unspoken beef. Jones also revealed just how close they came to naming Perry directly in that infamous episode. The character might have been called Winston Jerome on screen, but everyone watching knew exactly who it was aimed at, and that's what made the whole thing explosive. In the original draft of that infamous Boondocks episode, the character wasn't called Winston Jerome at all. He was literally named Tyler Perry and drawn to look exactly like him. But Adult Swim quickly stepped in and shut it down. Carl Jones recalled being told flat out, "You can't use Tyler Perry's name. You can't make him look exactly like Tyler Perry." So the writers tried to outsmart the system. They swapped in Perry's real birth name, Emmett Perry Jr., hoping it would slide past unnoticed. And for a short while, it worked. "It got under the radar," Jones admitted. But 2 weeks later, the hammer came down. Executives caught it and called the team furious, screaming, "For real, you can't do that. Don't play games." That's when the crew finally reworked the script and design, creating Winston Jerome as the thinly veiled stand-in we saw on screen. But the damage was already done. Perry got the message loud and clear, and reports say he let Adult Swim know exactly how angry he was.
"So I put on a dress and a wig, and Jesus was pleased."
And the controversy didn't stop there. With years of rumors swirling about Perry's private life, some fans began speculating about Corey Hardrick's sudden closeness to the media mogul. Whispers suggested Corey may have gotten too close, possibly even trading personal boundaries for professional opportunities. That theory only fueled the messy storm already surrounding his divorce from Tia Mowry. But Perry's controversies go way beyond gossip. One of the biggest criticisms that continues to haunt his career is colorism. Many viewers have pointed out that his films consistently cast darker-skinned men as the villains, abusers, or no-good types, while lighter-skinned characters are painted as the heroes, saviors, or the better romantic choice. And one of Perry's fiercest critics, legendary filmmaker Spike Lee. Known for his unfiltered takes on race and representation, Spike didn't hold back when addressing Perry's storytelling choices.
But I still think there a lot of stuff that's on today is coonery and buffoonery. And I know it's making a lot of money.
He openly called out the stereotypes, suggesting Perry's style wasn't just lazy, but damaging. Lee has even gone further, arguing that the rise of these kinds of Medea-style films helped Perry smash box office records, but at the cost of quality representation. In his eyes, the industry could soar to greater heights if it stopped leaning on biased, one-dimensional portrayals. Breaking records is one thing, Spike suggested.
Breaking records, but we could do better.
But we could do better. Cat Williams has never been one to bite his tongue. When it comes to Hollywood's power players, he's like a walking lie detector. He'll say the things everyone else is too scared to admit. Over the years, Cat has gone after Tyler Perry more than once, claiming Perry's empire wasn't just built on talent and grind. It came with a price. He's hinted at shady deals, backroom power plays, and the questionable way Perry allegedly treats black men in the industry. At first, people laughed it off as just Cat being Cat, but now with lawsuits piling up, NDAS floating around, and silence from people who were once close to Perry, maybe Cat wasn't crazy after all.
It's kind of up to me that you could be a famous entertainer and make billions and billions of dollars, but the one thing you can't do is tell the truth.
Maybe he was way ahead of the curve. And then there's Terrence Howard, another actor who's never played by Hollywood's rules. He's been speaking up again, revisiting his past claims about how masculinity is being twisted and manipulated in toxic ways within the industry. To be clear, he's not attacking anyone's sexuality. What he's exposing is the way some powerful men allegedly pressure and manipulate others into compromising situations, all in exchange for access, favors, or career advancement. When Terrence spoke out, he didn't mince words. He straight up named Diddy, while also hinting at other influential producers and filmmakers in Black Hollywood. Sound familiar? Many fans thought the same thing, connecting those dots right back to Perry.
He invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking.
But here's the kicker. This isn't just about tearing Tyler Perry down. It's about questioning the system he's helped maintain and asking what the real cost of making it in Black Hollywood truly is. Now imagine Tia Mowry stepping into that world. On paper, it should have been an easy win. Perry loves casting established names, and Tia's resume is stacked. But insiders whisper she wasn't interested in playing by his rules. Perry's productions are run like a machine. Tight schedules, strict control, and zero tolerance for pushback. Actors have often called it overbearing, and for Tia, already feeling boxed in during her marriage, walking into Perry's empire where her ex, Corey, is celebrated, may have felt more like a cage than an opportunity. And let's not forget the optics. By boldly calling herself a single mother, Tia drew a sharp line in the sand that fans couldn't ignore. She was sending a message. She's moving forward on her own terms, even if Corey is still in the picture. Aligning herself with Tyler Perry, especially given his bond with Corey, would have only blurred that message. And Tia wasn't about to let that happen. Corey's biggest ally in the industry would have blurred the line completely. If Tia stepped into Tyler Perry's world, it would have made her look tied to the very circle she's been trying to step away from. And here's the kicker. Word on the street is that Perry himself wasn't too eager either. His loyalty to Corey may have been the wall that kept Tia out. Because here's one thing about Perry, he's all about loyalty. And when personal drama shows up, he always picks a side. If Corey is his guy, then Tia automatically becomes the outsider, no matter how big her name is or how long her resume shines. That unspoken divide says it all. So while fans scratch their heads wondering why Tia Mowry won't work with one of the biggest moguls in Black Hollywood, the answer might not be contracts or career strategy at all. It might just come down to messy politics. Divorce, reputation, and loyalty clashing in ways the public rarely gets to see. At the end of the day, Tia looks determined to stand on her own, even if it means closing the door on Tyler Perry's empire for good. And that move alone speaks volumes about her strength and independence. That's it for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.